You're most welcome to my YouTube channel. For those that have not subscribed, please subscribe in that you don't miss out this amazing information about farming. A lot about pig farming because I've really been in the piggery for over the past 3 years. I've been in pig farming. So I'm someone that has really been exposed in animal production and currently also pursuing a master's degree in agribusiness. And I'm more interested in a farmer benefiting from their efforts. I'm interested in someone benefiting, making the best use of their money to see that they are really doing so well. So piggery is one of the key areas where you're supposed to play with some variables so that come with you can come with a product. And the product here we are talking about is pork. So this is my day one on this farm. This farm is in Kenya, and this farm has been in operation for over the past 5 years. And they are looking at improving some of the areas because, as you can see, these animals are basically getting to 24 weeks, and some of them have not really performed to the maximum. So I'm here specifically to see that I can add in some of the things that might be missing and that I can identify within the period of 4 days that I'm in this farm. So first and foremost, you can check out that the farm has a strategic plan in construction. When you look into the gas station units that I can show you, and also where I'm standing here, this is the fattening unit. So these animals are animals from 16 weeks and above that can stay within these units. So here are so many animals that I have not actually calculated, but I know the mothers. The mothers are 42 mothers. And with those 42 mothers, you can see the population of fatteners that are around here. Though the stocking rate, I'm not so sure about the stocking rate currently in each pen, but you can see they are overcrowded as well. So the hygiene, because this is my first day at the farm, and also the hygiene is not really so good. But those are things we are going to have a discussion on. Key things: the feeders are good. You can see the kind of feeder. This feeder is able to hold the feed. They are able to hold the feed for some time as the animals are feeding. So animals here are feeding ad lib. So that means the feed is always there. And these ones are feeding on the finisher diet. When I look into the feed, it has, I can identify one of the things that is in the feed. It's basically, it has some wheat in it, wheat bran. So, and looks like it has a very good proportion of the wheat bran. So we are going to check into the formula and see how cost effective is the formula, how efficient is the formula, and how are the inclusion ratios. Otherwise, the farm is not doing so bad. I'm more interested in knowing the profitability of the farm, whether the farm is making money, and how best the farm can improve from the step they are in, from the time I've visited it. So I'm looking at how best it can make an impact, how best my visit can make an impact in this farm. So looking at the water system, I'm seeing here unique nipples that I've not seen before. Uh, so I've seen here unique nipples. I've not seen these nipples before, but actually the nipple system is very good to provide clean water uh, for your animals, and this is a very good sign though the rate at which the water is flowing is not really that so fast. So that's also one of the spots that we can clearly see. Then you can see up there is a lot on hygiene that we can talk about. Otherwise, let me take you to the gestation stalls and you see how it's. You look at the gestation unit as we move. So piggery needs a significant amount of money to see that you sustain animals. There is one thing in having the mothers, but the other thing is when they produce, are you able to manage those animals? So one of the areas people actually mess up in is stocking beyond their capacity. So you need to be able to stock the farm so well to your size and see that you're able to raise those animals. Otherwise, this farm, I think the capacity has been there because the farm has been in production, in operation for over the past 5 years, and it's really doing well. Only now the challenge comes in this is the gestation unit, and here basically this pen is for AI and also keeping early pregnancies, and you can see that the dimensions. This is actually what I can say is basically the farmer was looking at maximizing the use of the small space, but there are so many ways of keeping mothers and mothers so well. There are so many ways of keeping mothers. There is using this. There is also using um, group housing. Group housing on the side of animal welfare is really very good compared to this kind of system. But here I can see this is a feeder, and also it has two nipples for each mother. So the nipple is connected to the feeders. Then you can have these areas where you can attach basically in case you're using a dry feeding system or liquid feeding system, you can basically run it through these holes, and this is how these units are created. Otherwise, still mothers have been able to survive in these units for the past. Some of them have finished 5 years. Some of them are still gilts. They are in their first parity, second parity, third parity. The unique thing here again is basically this board that is giving direct report on how the farm is reporting, more so in terms of the repeats that the farm is getting. Though I don't know whether they have been utilizing these boards so well, because I'm seeing here just minimal information concerning the sow, the boer, the dates of birth, the it's just minimal information that I'm getting from this board. Then, of course, the kind of repeats. Otherwise, it's a good sign that they have a board that can really portray signs. Usually, with each sow unit, with each pen, it's supposed to have each board, each paper that is giving direct information about that particular animals. I would just come here and I can identify that animal and identify the performance of that animal. Otherwise, tracking that animal is not really very easy if you do not have that direct information. The other thing is you can see the animals are not really tagged. They are not tagged. So that is also one of the key challenges that I can see, that maybe on the side of record keeping, this farm can be facing challenges in tracking the animals. But otherwise, this is my day one here, and we are looking at best ways of improving. Best ways of improving. Well, I'm going to show you grouped housing. Grouped housing. So this is a kind of grouped housing, but of course the units are quite small and they need to be done more larger to accommodate this particular number of animals. And the boa is there also. I can see the quality of this boa. It's an F2 boa. That means it's a product from large white landrace and a trait of Duroc. So this boa, in terms of performance, might not give them ultimum very good results. That could actually push the farm forward in terms of genetics. You can also see another boa is here. Its performance is not really good, and it's also an F2 boa that is having certain traits of zero. But there is a large white boa here. This is a large white boa from Danbridge, and definitely on the side of mothering traits, it can give you very good results. So you can still come and feel the you can still feel the grouped housing. So you can compare this housing with the previous gestating stalls. So this looks much better for the welfare of the animals, and basically animals also associating with each other. Still, the key thing here is basically the hygiene is not really so good. And if you want your mothers to stay longer at your farm, basically you have to be checking on the issue of hygiene. And also, if you're interested in the health performance of your animals, you should be interested in hygiene. So I'm going to take you to an area. Well, the farmers try to do trenches and see that they can channel all that waste into one spot. And basically also here they have partitions where the waste is first received, and this is the first waste that comes here. This is the first waste. This is the first waste. Then of course the second waste, then the third, and of course this is the most diluted waste that is leaving the farm. So the farm is looking at basically ways of pumping out this fresh waste that is leaving the farm into the garden to see that they can improve the fertility of the garden. So waste management is one of the challenge, and of course when you look at these units, they are really small. It's one of the challenge facing farmers, and basically most of the farmers are looking at how best to dry off that waste and see that they can package how best to dry off the waste and see that they can package. On the other side, definitely still on the waste management, we are looking at biogas production, and this is the biogas system that is loaded here, and basically you can produce the gas that you can use for cooking, and basically your workers can use. But still widely, still waste management is a challenge for the farm, and we shall be discussing our best to really see that we can manage the waste. Remember, the number of animals here are very many. So here we are entering into the farrowing unit, and definitely we are looking at the farrowing unit, and still I will be checking on the number of days the piglets spend with the mothers, I'm interested in winning weight, and luckily the farm has farrowing crates, and of course these are the winner areas. So the winner areas, they're staying here. I presume they're staying here for up to 10 weeks, and they are transferred into their grower unit, which we previously saw, the grower and the finisher unit. Otherwise, still looking at the quality of the piglets, some of them are really so tiny, and I know the challenge of raising that. Then, of course, I'm seeing here leftover to see that they survive. The key thing here I'm seeing on this farrowing crates are basically there is a heat bulb that can give some warmth to the piglets. Where we are here at night, it can really be so cold, and that can become really a challenge in terms of utilizing the energy the piglets have picked during day, and also converting that energy into muscle. So in case we do not have any temperature modification mechanism, you find that most of that energy that the piglet collected during the day, it's going to be wasted in maintaining the body temperature. That's why that is key. So you can see here, this is the piglet feeder, also likewise to this, but I'm also more interested in the quality of feed these animals are eating at this particular stage. Otherwise, the health condition of these winners really needs to be checked out. So it is good that the farm has farrowing crates, because with the farrowing crates, with farrowing crates, you basically have your workers having some rest, more so during that period of farrowing. So you have your workers that can get some bit of rest. Otherwise, if you don't have farrowing crates, you're going to have issues of mortality due to crashing. So with a farrowing crate, that can be reduced further. So with these farrowing crates, you can see that they can be adjusted, and they have a heater area, heater bulb. Then of course there is a feeder unit here where the sow is feeding from. Then there is a nipple system for a sow. But as you can see, the rate at which water flows is really so low, and this can affect the amount of water the mother is taking. Water is very key for lactation during that process of lactation, because you need the mothers to take as much water as possible for milk formation. Still with the housing, there are boards that are giving specific information, the bower, date of birth, born alive, born dead, something like that. So it gives key information about performance of a particular sow, which is very good uh, for the farm and traceability, what really happened. So it's really very good. So that this kind of farming is very key for for the survival of the piggery unit. Please follow my YouTube channel. And also, in case you're interested in some of this kind of equipment within Uganda, East Africa, you can reach out to me and see that we can build and establish your farm to the standard that really fits your direction and your perspective about pig farming. Thank you so much.